Hello, my dear friends. Hello, my beautiful women and everyone who are watching this channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jane. I'm a life coach, a women's coach. In this channel, I speak a lot about self-development, understanding the self, how you can activate your feminine energy and become the magnet to your dream life. I'm in Bali. I can't believe I am back after so long. It was actually more than a year that I was in Bali, and before that I was living here for 6 months. It was one of the most beautiful experiences that I had in my life. Each time when I'm in Bali, I feel deeply connected to myself. I feel deeply connected to my feminine energy, and overall I experience this feeling of bliss, this feeling of aliveness, this feeling of life force energy. I don't know, maybe Bali is my power place, maybe it is the place where I need to be, but for now I feel the most aligned and happy here. By the way, last year, a year ago, when I was living in Bali, I got this idea to start my YouTube channel and to inspire other women. I remember I was sitting in the cafe next to the area where I live now, and I went there today actually for my matcha. And I remember how I was writing my journal, and I was writing down ideas, the vision for myself, for my life, and there was one word that came to me very strongly, and this word was women. Empowering women. That moment I got this beautiful vision that I need to start my YouTube channel, empowering other women, inspiring other women on their journey. And I felt it so strongly, I felt it so deeply in my body, but back then I didn't know how to make it a reality. It was just a vision, it was just a hint, probably from God, of what I need to do next, because I was searching for so long. What is my purpose and what should I do that will bring me the most contentment? I'm experiencing a true feeling of peace, contentment and bliss here. That's why I want to transfer you this energy through my video. Today I have a very, as always, interesting topic to share with you, interesting realization that may change your whole life, that may change your whole reality. As I've told you in my previous video, I've been going through a profound transformation of myself. And yeah, sometimes it happens to me. Usually it's like a cycle. When I go through transformation, something is changing, and then boom, I level up. I level up in my life, in different areas of my life. Then again, when I want to go even higher, bam, I get transformation, where I transform my way of thinking, my inner state of being. And that's why I am a huge advocate for inner work. And I believe that once we're able to change our mindset, our state of being, we can manifest, create whatever we want in our lives. Because your reality is simply a reflection of what you have within yourself, what kind of thoughts you have, what state of mind, what state of being do you possess. Because your state of being is everything. especially for a woman, this is our strength to keep a certain state of being. And when you hold this state of being, you become a magnet to everything that you desire. This high vibrational state, which I actually experience a lot always in Bali, because Bali is nature. Bali is like-minded people for me. Bali is awakening. Each time there is an awakening happening, and you cannot imagine how much gratitude I feel every single morning. Waking up here, when I wake up next to this beautiful view, I have this view of the river and nature and butterflies, and it looks like utopia actually. It doesn't look real. But here I start feeling so much gratitude, and every day I express this gratitude to the world. I write it down in my journal, how grateful I am for this life, to be here. And through that, I usually become very, very strong in my energy, in my vibration, because I'm full of love and gratitude. Coming back to our topic, I actually wrote a plan a week ago when I was in Dubai, as this transformation hit me hard. And I just had to put it on paper, to put it somewhere, because I believe this is the profound insight that can change your life. Today we will be speaking about how to move from a victim mentality to a creator, to start creating your life. Who is the creator? Who are those people who receive everything they want from this life, who live their dream life, who live this life that many people cannot achieve or attract or manifest? What makes them different, this kind of people? What are their mindset? How are they capable to sustain, to create this life? People who are so free, who make their dreams come true, and you're still sitting and waiting for something to come and create this life for you. And I was one of those people who always had huge dreams, huge vision, but I was stuck. I was stuck and I couldn't move forward. I couldn't understand why I have this vision and I have so many dreams, but they're not coming true. I put a few points which can categorize if you live in this state. So victim mentality is the mentality which is ruled by the ego, and usually people who are in this state, they live through their ego a lot. And what makes them different from creators is that these people believe that they just need to wait. They just need to wait and everything will change. They do not need to do anything, and they're not in power. They're not in control of their reality. And they wait. They wait for other people, they wait for circumstances, they wait for answers, and they spend all their life waiting for something. Waiting until their dream will finally come true. Waiting until they will finally start traveling around the world. Maybe the circumstances will change and somehow they will be able to travel. Waiting until they get the response from that job that they don't even want to go to because they're simply afraid to pursue their dream and to start building, creating something they had in their heart for so long. So they're waiting. Usually, if you're in your victim mentality, you occupy the position of the child. And here what I realized was happening a lot in my life is that I was really afraid to take responsibility. The word responsibility was super scary for me. Like, I couldn't even bear thinking that I have to take responsibility for something. But then I realized that I put a very negative interpretation on the word responsibility. Responsibility actually means not a burden. Responsibility means power. When you take power and create your life, your reality, and only creators can do that. When you're in your victim state, you occupy the position of a child. You think that everyone owes you something, that everyone will come and deal with your problems and make your dream life a reality. And you sit and wait until you realize that no one will come. Only you can change everything. And the power lies in you, in your ability to stand up and say, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to change. I want to travel. I want to create my dream business. I want to create beautiful relationships in my life. And this is my power. Because I attract what I am. And if I'm in the position of a child, how can the child have dream relationships? How can the child have money? How can the child travel the world? Only if he has a parent. But the truth is that you're not a child anymore. When you live in your victim mentality, you usually live in your fears. There are lots of fears that are in your mind. Even though you want something so badly, like your dreams, your goals, there are so many fears that block you from stepping forward, block you from getting what you want. And I caught myself in this state actually 2 weeks ago when I was stuck in Dubai in the situation where I was waiting for this and that, waiting. And at some point, I just woke up. I just woke up and asked myself, why are you waiting? Why are you chasing? Why you're not creating? Why you're not attracting? And I slided back to that victim mentality. I was really absorbed by my fears. And when you, again, as I said, live in your victim mentality, you live a lot in your ego. You live a lot in your mind. You live a lot in this destructive emotions, fear, guilt, shame, resentment. And if you want to slide to the creator, you need to remove all of that. And remember who you truly are, a powerful creator of your reality. It's time to come back to my resource. It's time to remember that I can change everything if I want to. This is all in my hands. And then I asked myself, what do you truly want? What does your soul desires? Not your mind, not your ego, not expectations of society, of your family, of your friends, of your surroundings. What does your soul desires? And then I got this feeling that I forgot about my soul. I honestly forgot about it. And for so long, I was numbing what my soul was telling me. Victim mentality is all about lack mindset. It's all about living in your fears, thinking what others gonna think of you, say about you. Also, it is when you are lacking energy, when you are lacking sense of worth and sense of self. And usually this is the path towards stagnation, self-destruction, because you're not following your soul, you're not following your heart, you live in a very low vibrational state, in your fears, in shame, in guilt, in ego, and you constantly wait that someone will come and change your life for you, change your reality for you, because you believe that you are incapable, because you are still in the position of a child, not in the position of an adult. First of all, I want to say that I've been in a position of creator many times. I was manifesting my dreams, creating, moving, traveling, doing what I love, but sometimes I slide back into this victim mentality. I only do that because there is some sort of a trauma that needs to be healed even more, even deeper, this childhood trauma. And when I was in Dubai, I had a call with my dear friend. She lives in Moscow, actually also planning to come to Bali soon. And she's a great psychologist. And sometimes we help each other. I help her with coaching when she needs to get to a certain place in her life, and she helps me with therapy. So we had a session. We had 2 sessions when I was in that state, in that very, very bad state. And she really helped me to transform that state of being from a place where I am a child to a place where I'm an adult. And we did that, of course, by going back to my childhood and healing that side of me that was not nourished, my inner child that was still suffering within me. And once we did that deep healing, I opened up my eyes and I felt so much in power, in my resource. Because basically I reparented myself in the session and I healed that inner child. That's what we do in our private sessions as well with clients who come. Because this is the key. When your inner child is not healed, you will slide into the position of a victim until you heal, nourish that inner child within you that needs your love, that needs your attention. And once you reparent yourself, you come to the resource. You get this resource to create your reality, because you have foundation within yourself. That feeling that I am safe, I am protected, I am capable, I love myself, I do not have any guilt or shame for my dreams, for my desires, and I can live this life as I want. because this is my life. This is my life. That was a deep healing that has happened to me, and it happens in layers always. It's not like you healed it once and then you're like this perfect person. No, it comes in cycles. You heal something, you come to a new level, you enjoy this new level, and then when it's time to go even higher, you go even deeper. And at some point in my life I thought, oh my God, I've done so much healing already. How long am I gonna continue this? How long? But then I realized that never. Never, because we all grow. We all grow all the time. That's the point of life, to come and elevate our souls. And with each healing process, you become more stronger, more aware, more conscious, more magnetic and attractive. This is so beautiful. When I remember myself like 5 years ago, it was a completely different person, completely different Jane, who was attracting different type of men, different type of opportunities. And what was different back then was my mindset and my state of being. These two things that I was working on in the last 10 years, let's say. So it happens sometimes, and I'm sharing with you how you can address this situation. So once you heal that inner child within you, once you get that sense of foundation within yourself, you're ready to become the creator. And creator is the person who lives through his soul, who follows the impulse of the soul. And let me tell you something. After my own experience of living through the soul, I made a little analysis of my life, and I realized that the most beautiful things in my life were happening to me when I was following my soul, not my mind, not these limiting self-beliefs, not these voices in my head, the voices of my parents, the voices of some of my friends, social media, society. My soul. Each time I had turning points in my life where I was deciding to choose my heart, my inner feeling, and pursue it. So the creator is the person who lives through his soul, follows his impulses, because every impulse brings you somewhere. You may feel the impulse to go to, I don't know, for a walk or for yoga class. And there you may find the love of your life. Truly. That's why you have this impulse. Or you may have an impulse to go and do some sport, some exercise. And if you do that, if you follow that, you can actually raise your vibration. You can raise your state of being, because sport gives us endorphins. By raising your vibration, you may attract the best synchronicities and opportunities into your life. But first you need to follow the impulse that your soul is giving to you. And by following those impulses, it will lead you further. It will lead you to your dream life, your goals, your dreams. That's what happened to me when I was here in Bali last time, and I got an impulse to, I just had this word, women. Women, women, women. And then it led me to building my YouTube channel for women, because I simply followed the impulse. So what makes a creator different from a victim is that creator listens to the soul, follows the impulses. Creator knows that it isn't his power or her power to change life like this. It's just the decision. And creator is not afraid to step into the unknown, to jump, to risk, despite all the fears in the mind, all the fears. Again, all my most beautiful things has happened in my life when I faced my fears, when I just risked it, when I just jumped, although I knew that I'm so afraid and all these fears were coming to my mind. This might happen, this might happen. So I was stagnant, not moving forward. And life is moving forward all the time. Life is not stagnant. So either you move with life or you stay, freeze in your fears, and nothing will change. Nothing will change for you. You will just go down in your development. Creator is ready to face fears, is ready to jump, is ready to risk, because there is an impulse within. He, she is so connected to that impulse that fears cannot stop her. Because her soul is telling her, you need to go there. This is the place where you feel the most aligned, the most happy, the most fulfilled. The intuition is very strong, and you're following your intuition. You're listening to your intuition. You choose. You do not wait. You choose. You know that you are the creator. You have the power, you take responsibility, and responsibility equals power. And then you move forward. You create your dream reality. You manifest, you attract, and you hold this very high vibrational state of being. Each time when I was making this move towards creating my dream life, my state of being was so high. And I was always feeling a burst of energy, inspiration, love, gratitude within me. Because you are simply going into the new. And going into the new is life force energy. Creator is of course about abundance mindset, is about trust to your soul, and ability to risk, ability to choose creating instead of waiting. Only if you change your mindset. But even the mindset is not enough sometimes, because you may change your mindset, but if you do not add movement there, if you do not add action there, you will not see results in the material. The creator is all about quantum leaping, is all about coming to new levels in your life, which equals quantum leaping, and is all about abundance and happiness. Because when you finally understand and realize that you can create the reality you desire, you do not have to wait for someone to come and save you. You gain this power of alchemists of your life, and you become so magnetic and so attractive because you occupy the position of an adult. You're so happy and fulfilled as you live aligned with your soul, and you're very abundant because abundance magnetizes to people who are not afraid to risk, who are not afraid to follow their dreams and make their dream life a reality. That's it for today. I wish you to finally realize your power, realize that you can change your life no matter where you are by changing your mindset, by healing those parts within you that need nurture and love in order to feel resource within you. And of course, I wish you movement forward towards your dreams, no matter how scary it may sound or it may feel. You're capable of having that because you are the creator and you can create your dream reality if you desire that. Sending you a big hug from Island of Gods, Bali, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.